So I have things structured to where it looks aesthetic. And so what I want to do is I want to start adding formulas to make it a little bit more adaptive. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to get our overall length set up, our clean out, and these first 5 columns set up. So my overall length, what I want to do is I want to allow Excel to know that I'm doing math. And so I'm going to type in equals, and I'm going to just have 80, right? Because I want it to be twice the width times the length. And I'm going to just do it times 2. And that makes that great. I also like to shade things out when I know there's a formula there. And that way I know, especially where I've got this sort of working, I know not to modify that. My clean out was another expression that we had. And so the way I did that was I went in, I grabbed my 12 here, right? And I times it by 3600 and then divided by an acre, which is 43560, right? And so I get this long sort of obscene number. And so what I want to do is I want to make that a little bit easier to work with. So I'm going to click Format Cells, Number, and I'm going to take that number down to just maybe 3 decimal places. There we go. And that way I know it's there and it's good to work with, but it's a little bit easier to work with. So I'm going to start with these first 5 columns here. I'm going to type in my depth is going to start out at 0, right? My width is going to start out at that value. My length is going to start out at that value. My area is going to equal my width times my length, right? And my area in acres is going to equal whatever this value is divided by 43560. And I'm going to format that again down to story of 3. Cool. So there's some complexity with this. And so what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to add whatever the depth increment is each time I go down. And so if I type in equals and I do this and I add in that 1, it works great. The issue is if I keep going down, it sort of breaks, right? So I can't like fill normally. And the reason is that I need to lock that value in. And so let me show you what that is. So I'm going to type in that. And so I've got my expression here, which got the value above, and I've got this one right there. And that one's money. In other words, it's got to stay there because it's real valuable. And so I'm going to sit there and type in F4. And what it will do is it'll put dollar bill signs in front of the E and the 5, right? And so those dollar bills mean that when I fill this down, it's going to actually like stay locked in. And I'm just grabbing that little bubble down there at the bottom, and it's allowing me to sort of mess with it. So my next thing I've got to do is I've got to figure out with these slopes, I've got to figure out to where if I'm going down 1 foot, I've got to go in 2 feet, and I've also got to come in 2 feet on the other side. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to type in equal 80, and that one we're actually going to lock in, so I'm going to type in F4, and I'm going to subtract out my current depth times my side slope. We're going to double that up. We're going to lock that down, sorry. And then I'm going to multiply that by 2. So there's 2 values of that. Oh, let me add that other bracket there, although it's not really needed. Right, and so I should see that's 76, which is great. So I've got 2 feet from each side. I go down 1 more increment, I've got 72, which is cool. If I double click this little dot right there, it goes all the way down to the bottom, which is cool. I can then sit there and I'm going to do the exact same expression there. So I'm going to take my top value, F4 to lock it in, minus whatever my depth is, times my side slope, times 2. Boom. And again, I'm going to just take it down. And so error, let's see here. Oh, I didn't lock that in, did I? And so like if I got that, what happened is like if I go down here now, right, we can see that it's like trying to reference that cell. And so I've got to go in and I've got to lock that one in. So F4. That's not the right one. Let's get rid of that. E4. There we go. Boom. And now let's see what it looks like when we take it down. Much bigger. All right, so now the nice thing though is that this one's just referencing these side two. So if I just double click there, it fills down and we're good. And this one's also the same thing. It's just taking this value and going down. And so we're good there too. And so those are our first 5 columns. I'm gonna go ahead and add a border around them. So that works out.